How's it going? And so with the sad news of Nintendo shutting down the eShop for the Wii U and the 3DS, I thought I'd go over some of my top picks for games that would be a good idea to buy now before the eShop's gone forever, because some of these games could become quite rare in the future, and we're losing a lot of features like Virtual Console, which we don't have on the Nintendo Switch, so there are lots of games that are going to be really hard to get, and even with Wii U games that you can buy on disc, it's still going to make them harder to get because now more people will want to buy them because they can't just download them from the eShop. So I've come up with a list of over 50 games for Wii U and 3DS, just in case you were wondering which ones to buy. Also, if this video does help you out, make sure to leave a like and subscribe if you like Nintendo content. I'm doing so many other videos on Nintendo games, and if you're interested, then make sure to check them out. Anyway, let's start my list. So, because the Wii U is one of my favorite consoles, I'm going to start off with games for that, and then I'll do the 3DS games afterwards. I have a timestamp to when the 3DS games start in the description, so don't worry, you can skip to that if you don't have a Wii U. So I'll start off with the Virtual Console games, because these are going to be the really rare ones that you can't get once the eShop's gone, because they're like a lot older than the Wii U games, and some of them are just so hard to find copies of for the actual consoles. And these aren't in really any particular order. There are some categories like Mario games I'll put together. I'll start off with the game you can get on the eShop from the Wii, which is Metroid Prime Trilogy. And I know the Metroid Prime series is one of the best trilogies that Nintendo's done and has a massive fan base, so if you're ever planning on getting into the Metroid Prime series, you should definitely buy the trilogy, which is a Virtual Console Wii game on the Wii U, and it's under $30 or £20 depending on where you live, and has all three Metroid Prime games in it, so it's perfect if you want to play them all. The next two are DS games, and this is The Legend of Zelda Spirit Tracks and The Legend of Zelda Phantom Hourglass. These are the two Zelda games that were on the Nintendo DS, and you can actually buy them on the Wii U, which is really cool, and I've had a lot of fun playing these because I have them on my DS, and if you don't own it on DS, I would recommend getting it if you're a big fan of top-down Zelda games. Okay, now some Mario games. So the first one I've put is Mario Kart DS. This will be a good one to get you excited for the new DLC coming into Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, because it has some really cool tracks in it, like Peach Gardens, and the DS Bowser's Castle is really cool, and it also is the only Mario Kart game to have a single-player mission mode, which is actually really interesting, and Nintendo should definitely bring back these modes in the future Mario Kart games, if they ever do one. The next one is Super Mario RPG. This is a really old game. I haven't actually played it myself, but I do enjoy a lot of the other Mario RPG games like Paper Mario and Mario and Luigi that were inspired from this, so if you love those games, you'll probably like this one too. Here is one that probably everyone knows, and if you've played it, you probably love it, and this was Super Mario Galaxy 2. This is on the Wii, and you can get it on Wii U as Virtual Console, and with the release of Super Mario 3D All-Stars, we actually had this game missing in it, and so some people might not have got to play this, and I really recommend doing it if you liked Mario Galaxy 1, because this just expands upon all the ideas in so many creative ways. The next one is Donkey Kong 64, which we don't actually have on the Nintendo Switch Nintendo 64 online expansion pass, which is really a letdown, so if you want to play this, get it on the Wii U, and this is the only 3D Donkey Kong game out at the moment. I've also been hearing rumors we're getting a new 3D Donkey Kong developed by the same people who made Mario Odyssey, but we haven't had it announced, so this is the only option for a 3D Donkey Kong at the moment. The next one is Mario Party 2, which is on the Nintendo 64 Virtual Console. I've heard this is one of the best Mario Party games. Okay, now I've got Mario vs Donkey Kong. I've never actually played it, but I've heard it's like a cool puzzle type of Mario game. Now we've got Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga, or Partners in Time. Superstar Saga was on the Game Boy Advanced, and Partners in Time is on the Nintendo DS. These are both on the Wii U, and really fun Mario RPG games. The next one is Mario Party Advanced, which is kind of a weird Mario Party game. It definitely doesn't follow the same formula as the other Mario Party games. It has more of like a single-player story mode, where you have to complete the mini-games, and it looks pretty fun, even though it's quite different. The next one I've put is Mario 64 DS. Even though you can get Mario 64 on the Nintendo Switch, the DS version actually added extra content, which we didn't see in the remake for Super Mario 3D All-Stars. So if you do want to try out the extra levels in that game, you can get it on the Wii U. This one's a really fun, cozy game, and it is Animal Crossing Wild World, which is the one from the DS, and had a lovely atmosphere. A lot of new people have come into the series from the Animal Crossing on Nintendo Switch, and trying the old games is a fun idea. I actually have this on my DS at the moment, and it's been really fun getting started on it. Okay, the next one is one of my favorite games, and it's New Super Mario Bros. DS. This is the first Mario game I ever played, and I collected all the star coins as a kid, and if you've never played it before, it's such a good game, and you should definitely try it out. Mario Party DS is also a good one. It's a lot more like the normal Mario Party games than Mario Party Advance was. This one is for people who like some puzzle games, and that's Brain Training or Big Brain Academy. Both of these will be fun. Brain Training was the one I grew up with on DS. Yeah, you just get small like math puzzles or different types of puzzles like that. I remember like anyone I knew had played this game who had a DS. Okay, next one is Mario Strikers Charge from the Nintendo Wii. If you're getting hyped for the Mario Strikers on Switch that just got announced, then this will be pretty fun to keep you occupied in the meantime. You can also get Pikmin number 1 and 2, the original ones, on Wii U from the Virtual Console. I loved Pikmin 3 so much. I had it on Wii U, and then when it came out on Switch, I got that again. and I've even got every single fruit on it now. Going back and playing the old ones is a really good idea. Okay, this next game means a lot to me, and it's Super Paper Mario, which is the first Paper Mario game I ever played. And this one is very different from all the other Paper Mario games. It's not even an RPG, which they're known for. But if you can look past that and enjoy the platforming and puzzle aspect, it's a really good game with an incredible storyline, which Mario usually doesn't really get in his games. For example, the next game is New Super Mario Bros. Wii, which does not really have a big storyline, but it is a very fun platformer game, and it's also multiplayer. It has really fun level design with cool secrets to unlock cannons, and it's great to play with family or friends. The next game I've got is Wario Land: The Shake Dimension. I think it's called Shake It Up in some other places or something like that. This is a cool Wario Land game, which is just about getting loads of money, so you can find money bags and shake it up to get so much gold, and Wario is just his greedy self in this game. And it is a really fun platformer with lots of hidden bits to find and collectibles to get. Okay, Xenoblade Chronicles from the Wii I've also put on here. I haven't played it, but I know that this is an amazing series though, and I think any fan of Xenoblade Chronicles would want to check out the original. Okay, Kirby's Epic Yarn is my favourite Kirby game. It's the first one I've played, and it's just so cute. You're made out of wool, and there's so much to do, and the world is really bright with these amazing levels you explore. And if you love Kirby, give that a shot. I just really want to play some Kirby games to get hyped for the new one coming out, because it looks amazing. I also recommend giving Donkey Kong Country Returns a try. The Donkey Kong Country series are really good platformers with higher difficulty than the Mario Bros. And Tropical Freeze on the Wii U and Nintendo Switch is also very good, but this one you won't be able to get on Nintendo Switch, so yeah, check that out. And the last one I've got for the Virtual Console on Wii U is WarioWare Smooth Moves, which is from the Nintendo Wii. This is just like an average WarioWare game where you do little micro games. It can be pretty fun with friends, so yeah. And that's the last one I've put on my list from the Virtual Console on the Wii U. And now I'll go over some of the Wii U games that haven't been ported to Switch that look really good, and a lot of them I've played through myself and really enjoyed. Okay, The Legend of Zelda Wind Waker HD as well as The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess HD are both great 3D Zelda games that were remade onto the Wii U with HD graphics. So if you want to play some old Zelda games but with a big upgrade, you should get these on Wii U. I've put Pool Blocks World on here. I haven't played it myself, but I've watched Let's Plays of it and it looks so fun. And I'm surprised they haven't added it to the Nintendo Switch. It's a puzzle type game and so many people are a big fan of it, so it's a great Wii U game to get before the eShop goes down. I've also put Splatoon 1 on this list. Even though you can get number 2 on Nintendo Switch, number 1 still has an active community with some different features that you can't get on Nintendo Switch, like the campaign mode. So if you do want to play the campaign mode, I recommend getting it as soon as you can before the game comes harder to find in the future. Okay, next I've put Yoshi's Woolly World. This one is such a masterpiece as well. It's a fun platformer where you play as Yoshi, but you're made completely of wool, and so is the world around you. It gives me Kirby's Epic Yarn vibes, so it's another beautiful game to look at with such a cute art style. And I actually got this one last summer, so I've only just got it recently, and I've had a blast playing it. If you're a Yoshi fan, definitely get this game. There's also Yoshi's Crafted World on Switch, which looks great, but I haven't had the chance to play that, so I'm recommending this on the Wii U. The next one I've put is Mario Party 10. Now this does have the controversial feature of going around in the same cart as everyone, which you might not be a fan of, but if you want to collect all the Mario Party games, this one is only on Wii U, and I doubt it will ever be ported to Switch, so yeah, get that as soon as you can. I've also put Wii Party U on here because that's another fun party game you can get on the Nintendo Wii U with a lot of cool minigames. I absolutely loved the original Wii Party. I love games where you can play as your Mii. It's just got such a nice Nintendo charm to it. Okay, this one is my absolute favourite Wii U game, and that's Nintendo Land. If you've watched any of my other Wii U videos, I talk about this game so much, but it's just a big collection of smaller minigames from different Nintendo series, and it brings it all into one like theme park, and it's just such a good intro to get into new game IPs from this, and you can find out if you like different series or not. Okay, the last game I've put on is Xenoblade Chronicles X, because I mentioned the original one, and I know X on the Wii U is also really good. I've seen so many people recommend this on reviews. And then one I'm going to mention not buying, just don't ever buy this. It's Animal Crossing Amiibo Festival. This is not like a normal Animal Crossing game, and it is not even like a fun board game. It's just awful. I've heard so many bad things about this. Do not get it. Even if it's going to become extinct, that's a good thing. Okay, they're all the Wii U games that I've put on my list so far. Let me know if there's any other Wii U games you want to see that I haven't put on my list. Of course, I'm not going to put them all. These are just some of my top picks, and I know I'm going to miss some of the fan favorites, so let me know in the comments. Okay, on to the Nintendo 3DS. I've put less games on here because their Virtual Console doesn't really have as much as the Wii U one in my opinion. It still has a lot to offer, so I'm going to put the actual Nintendo 3DS games first this time instead of doing the Virtual Console. But anyway, I'll start off with Mario Kart 7, which is one of the greatest Mario Kart games ever. The tracks in it are really good, and it even has Maple Tree Way and Coconut Mall, which are my favourite tracks on the Mario Kart Wii, so I'm glad they brought that back. And it also has the greatest Rainbow Road ever. Okay, the next one is for Pokemon fans. I really enjoyed Pokemon Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, but of course there's the other ones, X and Y, as well as Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. I played Omega Ruby as well as Ultra Moon, and I loved them both. I haven't played X and Y yet, but when I was a kid, before I had a 3DS, I used to watch Let's Plays of it, and it looked so good. And it's the reason I got the 3DS, but instead of buying X and Y, I got Omega Ruby. Any of those would be really good, especially for a Pokemon fan. And Pokemon games tend to get quite rare, so I recommend picking it up as soon as you can. The next one is New Super Mario Bros. 2. I've only played a little bit of this so far, and it's not my favourite one, but it has the big coin gimmick, which some people like. I'm not a big fan of that, because the coins never really seem too useful to me, but it is a New Super Mario Bros. Game, so I do enjoy it. And now I've put Animal Crossing New Leaf, which I've heard a lot of people say is actually better than New Horizons in different ways. So if you are enjoying New Horizons but have a few issues with it, maybe this game will fix it. It's just another relaxing game to play on your 3DS when you want to have a chill time, and it's fun to play like every now and then each day in small bursts. Okay, the next one I've put is Mario 3D Land, because I just really love 3D Mario games. Like Mario Odyssey is my favourite game ever, and this isn't my favourite one, but it's really good for being on a handheld. And if you love all of the other 3D Mario games, you'll definitely enjoy this one, especially for like 3D World. It's very similar to that, just a bit toned down. Okay, next I've put Tomodachi Life, which is another cozy, relaxing game to play like Animal Crossing, where you have a town of Miis and you get to choose what they do, and all sorts of fun stuff happens. I really wish they put this on Nintendo Switch. We did get Miitopia, but Tomodachi Life is so fun. And yeah, definitely check it out if you're a fan of Animal Crossing, I'd say. I've put Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon next. I love Luigi's Mansion games, so I had to put this here as a must-buy if you're into that series. And after this, I've put The Legend of Zelda: A Link Between Worlds, and this is an original one for the 3DS and was reviewed really well. Everyone I've heard who's played it has really enjoyed it. It has the cool gimmick of going into the walls, which they use for a lot of puzzles, and that in itself seems really creative. Okay, the next one is Donkey Kong Country Returns 3D. This was also on my Wii U list, but this is like a port over to the 3DS, and it's pretty cool that you can play it in 3D. I like it for the same reasons as the Wii one. The next one I've put is Mario and Luigi Dream Team. Now, this isn't the favourite Mario and Luigi game in the fan base, but I enjoyed it myself. It was the first Mario and Luigi game I got, so I'm probably affected by nostalgia. But it's got fun puzzles and a nice combat system. Yeah, so it's really good for RPG fans. But don't buy Paper Mario Sticker Star. I've just heard that is awful, so I've never even wanted to pick it up. Mario and Luigi Dream Team, I think, would be much more fun than Sticker Star. And the last one that's an original 3DS game is Kid Icarus Uprising. I haven't played it myself, but I've heard it's one of the best Kid Icarus games, and I think anyone who's a fan of the series would really enjoy this. And now I've got a few virtual console games to mention for the 3DS, and that's Super Mario Land 2, 6 Golden Coins. This was the second Mario game on the Game Boy, and it actually introduced Wario into the series, meaning that's why we have the spin-off of Wario Land, and it had some really good bosses in this game. Here's another one for Pokemon fans, which is Pokemon Red/Blue, that you can actually get on the Nintendo 3DS, so that's really cool. And these are quite rare games, so it's best to download them. It would cost you a lot less. And there's also Pokemon Gold, Silver, or Crystal for the Game Boy Advance Virtual Console that you can get. And I've also put Mario Kart Super Circuit, which is on the Game Boy Advance Virtual Console. It's not my favourite Mario Kart game. It has some cool tracks, but I'm just not a big fan of like the old graphic style for it. But even so, if you're a big Mario Kart fan, I'm sure you'll enjoy that one. This last one I've put, it's Luigi's Mansion, the original Luigi's Mansion. I never even knew this was on the 3DS until recently, and I find it so cool because I played it on the GameCube and finished the whole game. It was really fun to play through, and I just didn't know you could actually get it on the 3DS. I might actually get this one soon because I want a better way to play it because I don't have a GameCube anymore. And that's the last game on my list of all of these, and I really hope you liked my picks, and let me know if any of these sound like games you want to buy in the future. I wish you luck with buying all the games that you can. A lot of these I really need to get soon before I miss my chance. But anyway, if you enjoyed it, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to help me out. Thank you so much for watching. Goodbye.